our entire diplomacy and national effort is geared towards elimination of poverty, creating prosperity through employment, industrialization, and trade. In this respect, we have been quite fortunate. India is our closest neighbor. We share 2,300 miles of common border. As India becomes more prosperous, more powerful, more affluent, we are also beginning to get the benefit of it through greater access to the Indian market. So our focus is to have greater connectivity, greater economic integration, so that we can advance our national goals. Over the years, we have developed also a very sound and close relationship with China. We believe that in our development efforts, we need friendship with both, and we need access to both markets. We need assistance from both the countries. But of course, with Japan, we also have a very unique relationship. Probably the most unique relationship in one sense, that almost from the start, immediately after India and Bhutan, Japan was one of the first countries to recognize Bangladesh. And from day one, Japan has been a strong supporter of Bangladesh's development. We always say that if today Bangladesh has become a successful exemplar of development, Japan should get an important part of our success. Without Japan, we could not have been. So we have had a very close relationship. And we have now also reached a stage where we would like to not only rely on government assistance, but we would like to see more private sector engagement with Japan. We have created 2 special economic zones dedicated to Japan, so Japanese industries can come and set up their businesses here. And as Prime Minister Abe said when he was in Dhaka, that he would like to see Bangladesh become a part of the supply chain for Japanese manufacture. Japan has outsourced many of its suppliers to Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, and Bangladesh is getting involved in production of components to supply to these gems. If this happens, we will develop very quickly sophisticated technology. Also, it will reduce our huge dependence on garment. Of course, garment will remain important for us. There is no question about it. But we would like to diversify. We would like to go into the upper levels of technological expertise, and Japan offers us a unique opportunity. We are not an Islamic state. We are very, very much a secular state, and our emphasis is on plurality, because there are Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, animists, and Muslims. And coexistence and tolerance has been a way of life for Bengalis. Everybody is free to pursue their own religion, but when it comes to festivities, we all get together. So Muslims, Hindus all participate in Hindu celebrations, festivities, Buddhist celebrations, and then we have many national Bengali festivals which brings all the communities together, like Pahela Boishakh, which is the first day of Bengali New Year. We all come together. 21st of February, which is our international mother language day, and also the Martyrs' Day, because Bengalis fought to establish Bengali as their mother language. It is celebrated across the country by all communities. Essentially, as I said earlier, we are a very tolerant community. That is not to say we are immune from the rest of the world. Unfortunately, these extremist ideology permeate different borders. So we have to be extremely on our guard. We have very effective counter radicalization and counter terrorism programs in place. Our religious institutions, madrasas, where many children go to study, we have brought them under government purview, and in addition to religion, they are being taught mathematics, physics, chemistry, science, information technology, Bengali, English. And by bringing them under, we have made those degrees, diplomas, recognized by the government. So job opportunities are also becoming available to them. So we are in the hope that once they are employed, they become stakeholders in the society, they will not veer off to extremism and other dangerous creed. We have been very, very successful. Recently, there was a fear that IS might have penetrated into Bangladesh. We took this threat very seriously. We have taken every possible measure to ensure that, happily for us, that fear was unfounded. But I again say this, that we are not complacent. We have a long experience of terrorism. There have been grenade attacks, there have been bomb attacks. Some of the religious minded political parties are involved in it. But we are tackling it democratically, with firmness and toughness, but within the rule of law. A very quick Google search on government or governance, you see titles like, "Is government dead?" "Governing without government," "Beyond government." Now these are very smart titles, raises eyebrows and makes you ask questions. Our feeling is government remains central to a society. No society can be ordered without the government, and especially developing societies. So the idea that government can be replaced by the market is totally unfounded. Market has useful function. It delivers certain services very effectively, but it cannot replace the government. So far from governments being dead, governments have acquired greater importance in today's world. Not only, as we were earlier saying, fighting terrorism, etc., but also in providing services, ensuring social justice, making sure that the citizens are taken care of. Governments become more important. In a way, what we are saying is government is absolutely central. Without government, societal order cannot be organized. But the traditional government has to be reinvented, and services have to be provided in a way which is good, which is competitive, which is less costly, and which is focused on the satisfaction of the citizen. Unless the citizen is satisfied, government is not working. And ultimate test of all governance is citizen satisfaction. That's what I will be arguing. Foundations today, especially private foundations, not-for-profit foundations, play a very unique and important role in society. Governments are constrained by politics, They are constrained by voters. They have to always worry what the voters want. Governments mostly have to take a short-term view because they have to produce results. But there are many issues in societies which take a long-term view. Now, happily, foundations are free from voter constraint, from shareholder constraint, or from time constraint. They can take a long-term view, long haul. They can address issues which others cannot do. They can address issues unhindered or unencumbered by certain political or social agenda. Therefore, it has much greater flexibility and much greater ability to respond to challenges of the society. As I looked at Sasakawa Peace Foundations, its international orientation is very, very unique. Unfortunately, many foundations, especially in Europe and America, are becoming much more inward focused. To see Sasakawa Foundation focused in Africa, in the Pacific, in Asia, in Europe, in America, is a wonderful, vibrant, healthy outlook, and I hope this will continue. It's a great foundation, a great future, as long as it adheres to takes advantage of its independence and freedom and flexibility.